Previously I showed everyone how to export from Nud. Now I'm going to show you how to import into Google Calendar. So some of you exported from Nud and you've created a file on your desktop, probably something, let's see, I will find the file here. I think it's called Calendar Export somewhere. Where did I put it? Oh, it's right here. I put it on my desktop. Now you can see it in the middle in here. Well, now next I need to import that into Google Calendar. If you've exported a calendar from a different application, it's going to work pretty much the same way. But I want you to open up a web page. Next, you need to go to the web address. It is www.google.com/a, that stands for apps, /WNSK8.com. That's our domain, WNSK8.com. So google.com/a/WNSK8.com. Once you go to that website, it will not look like this. I will sign out so that you can see what it'll look like. It'll look like this. Welcome to Westside Neighborhood School. And you're going to type in your username. If you have any trouble with your username, Sal will help you with that, and he'll get your username and he'll email you at least a username and a temporary password. I've already set up mine, so I will type in my password, but username is your normal username that you use at WNS. So T. Ragland in there, and I will sign in. Yours will not look like this. I'm a manager, but what it will look like is probably like this, where it opens up your inbox right here, and it's loading my email. Eventually we'll get to email, but one of the important options that's going to be up here is calendar. So you'll see calendar up here or calendar up here when you log in. So don't worry, you'll find calendar. I want you to open up calendar. So I'm going to open it up in a new tab, but open up the calendar option. And it's going to pull up what your calendar looks like. Now calendar has a couple different views inside. It has the day, it has the week, it has the month. You could do 4 days, or you can do agenda. I love agenda. I also like the week view. You can choose whatever you'd like, but views are not important in this to import. So for importing calendars, first thing you need to do is go to calendar settings. So you can go to a couple different ways. In my calendars, under here you might not have any calendars, but you will have this button settings, and you can go just straight into settings, or you can up here where you click on settings, you can go to calendar settings, either one. This will open up these tabs, and I want you to go into calendars. So once you're in calendars, it's going to show up all the calendars that you have. Now I have a lot, you might not have many at all. What you all have is this one. This is your personal calendar. So if you're importing your personal calendar, all you need to do is skip the next step, and I'll show you. But if it's a different calendar, say I wanted to import the holidays, or I had school events I wanted to import, I went to create new calendar, and I named the calendar. For this one, this was faculty B days, I'll call it. And leave these options. They should autofill, and these options are fine. Make sure that it shows Pacific time. And don't worry about sharing this calendar yet. And I just want you to go to Create Calendar right up here. Sorry, I had to move my browser to click on it. But Create Calendar. So in Calendar, we'll go back. It should say faculty birthdays, right? Faculty staff birthdays. I created the new calendar. Now I need to import. So import. Those of you who weren't creating the new calendar, you were just doing a personal calendar, you're going to go to import calendar. You're going to choose the file. Now we created that file. Remember, I created it on my desktop. You could have created it wherever you'd like, but I named mine Workbook 3. It's going to be a .csv file. Some of you saved it in documents. I'm going to choose this. Next is where I want this to appear in my Google Calendar. So in Google Calendar, notice up and down the side here, I've named a bunch of calendars because I can keep them separate. So I can either add this to my personal calendar, that's T. Ragland, or to a calendar I've made separate because I'd like to keep my calendar separate. So I could do faculty B days. That was the one I mentioned. I choose import. Google will load. Don't click it twice, please. It takes a second, but this shows that it's loading, and it shows that I successfully imported the events, and I can go back to my calendar, and I can see faculty B days is showing up right here, and I can turn it on and off, and I've successfully imported it.